Welcome back to part 4. We're still in Modo and I want to use the spaceship we made in part 3 in an environment that we sketched in part 2. I really like the bottom one, so I'm gonna try and recreate that in 3D. I also need 2 characters, and at the end of this we're gonna render a scene out. So I made a cube for the ice wall, and I'm modifying it the same way I did for the spaceship. I need a place where my characters can stand and a place where my spaceship is half frozen. So I'm pushing and pulling, trying to see if it's high enough. I don't think so. I'm trying to make it look natural. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on with my characters. I'm not gonna model them in Modo, but I'm gonna pull them out of DOS 3D. That's a free program where you can pose characters. At least that's what I'm using it for. Here we go. Just click character or actor and a pose that's close to what you want, and then you can adjust it exactly how you want it to be. So I need 2 characters. So this one is a bit harder to get right, but I'll manage. When I'm done, I'll export them as a OBJ so I can import them into my scene in Modo. So I think that's it. So exporting them as an OBJ. Back to Modo and importing them into my scene. So now scale them down. And placing them where I want them. I can move them separately because they are separate meshes. Trying to get them just right. And I think it's time to find my spaceship. There we go. I'm scaling it beside the character, so it's on human scale. So if I place it somewhere else, it's the right size. So adjusting it again, so I have to adjust my characters also. Now it feels more right. Making my eyes cave wall bigger. Adjusting my render window to 5000 by 2280. I like it to be at least 5000 pixels wide. Back to the modeling window. And extending my ice wall to fill my scene better. I'm gonna pull out some ice pillar-like structure. Don't know what to call it, but it's in my sketch. So here we go. Yeah, it starts to look like my sketch. Probably need another one. Beveling it so it looks more natural. Well, I think the scene is there. Do some adjustments on how I want it. So now we have built our scene, so we can find a good composition and start rendering it. But first, let's throw in some physical sun, maybe some color, and of course some environment fog. So let's do that. There we go with the color. Here comes the fog. Not too much. Yeah, that's better. So now we can render. When you render this out, render the full scene, and then render every part separate under an alpha. So you get like a black and white like this. So here we go, an alpha output. And that's very handy when we go into Photoshop. So this is the first render. I always make more renders with a different camera angle and then throw them in Photoshop and see which one's the best. So when this one's finished, I stop recording and we'll be back right now. So I will open up the full renders in Photoshop. Here's the first one. Let's see. So that's number 4. And that's number 3. Okay. So and now we have to pick one. Yeah, it's always hard to look at them separately. So I think they're all great. I like the third one the best, and it's also the closest one to the sketch. So that's it for part 4. I'll see you in part 5, where we finally are going to paint something. Thanks for watching.